Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining me for another excerpt from Good for Good by Dorci Serrato. There's a weird turmoil in grieving something you never had. It forces me to analyze the reasons I wanted Adelaide in the first place. The do-over. The day I moved out to Hutchinson was May 25th, 2020. I crammed all my belongings into my Honda Fit and was squeezed into that tiny car surrounded by stuff. About 2 minutes into the hour-and-a-half drive, I started sobbing and didn't stop till I got out there. This was the same day that George Floyd was being murdered in the city I was driving away from. I think there may have been trauma spread out everywhere that day. I know I was feeling traumatized, driving away from my children and realizing that they don't need me anymore. But they do need me to leave. Audrey needed freedom to fly, and Adrian needed freedom to fail. That's just the painful truth. The greater the distance there was between us, the more I realized how much I hadn't been there for them when I was drinking. So, in the distance, I kept trying to make it up to them by throwing money at them or anything I could think of, because I was a piece of shit when they were teenagers, when they needed me most. The guilt and shame of it made me long for Adelaide even more, to get a do-over. It wasn't the only reason I wanted another child, but it was part of why I was grieving her so deeply. I had lost my chance to raise a child by this Dorci. The mirror again. As I was processing this on Mother's Day, I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. You dumb bitch. Why don't you be this Dorci for the children you have right now? I can barely look at you. It took all of this for you to realize that you get a second chance to be a good mom every day. My God, my Lord, forgive me for being a horrible steward to your gifts. I'm so sorry. Oh, you're so selfish, Dorci. I could feel this surrender cycle was dredging up a lot more than just my selfishness and ego. It was very dark and scary, so much so that I had to say out loud, Lord, keep going. Let me keep going deeper. I can take it. Please keep showing me. Then I felt what was the dark and the scary. It was guilt and shame. Two memories came into mind. First, in 1999, I was 20 years old and Audrey was about 5 months. I was staying with my parents after having fled from my physically abusive, now ex-husband. In the basement of their house was a computer room, and I was holding Audrey while on some website. Audrey was crying right in my ear, but I was tuning her out, distracted by some chat room. My dad came down the stairs and said, "Hey, you better take care of that baby." I was jolted back into reality. I saw what I was doing, ignoring her cries, and felt like I must be the worst mom in the world. I have been holding on to so much guilt because of that moment. 23 years of guilt. Now, I felt so much compassion for myself. His compassion. Babies cry, and I was a 20-year-old domestic abuse victim. That guilt was not of God. Forgive me, Father, and please clear that away because it's a lie and it's blocking me from your truth and love, and I'm so sorry. Second, I have said aloud on multiple occasions over the years, I might be nothing, but my kids are generous, kind, smart, loving, funny, caring, thoughtful, etc. Or I might be a piece of trash, But my kids are accomplished, courageous, nice, friendly, empathetic, honorable, and lovely. If Audrey or Adrian ever have children and I heard those words coming out of their mouths, I would be livid. I put in all this work and sacrifice and love, and this is how you see yourself? Oh, the shame I've been living in. You sacrificed your only beautiful son to save me, and this is how I repay you, calling myself nothing? Literally seeing myself as a piece of trash? Oh my God, forgive me. Forgive me, please. Jesus, I am so sorry. The cries that were coming out of me at that moment, I thought for sure my neighbors could hear. I wept because I realized that at the same time, God has every right to be pissed off at me. He's not, because of Jesus. And because he sacrificed his son, I get to be his daughter. I've been so ungrateful. I didn't even see. I didn't even know. Lord, please do not let me ever forget this truth, that I am your daughter because of your son, and I must never treat myself like a piece of trash, because that would make me intentionally blind to your sacrifice. I'm so sorry, Lord. May 8th. Oh my God. I've been holding on to so much guilt and shame for 23 years, and I get to release it because of his forgiveness. And I forgive you too, Dorci. I forgive myself. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. It feels like I'm releasing this, and now I'm going to attempt to function without all this guilt. I don't even know how, but I will not let it live so that I can. Thank you so much. That has been an excerpt from Good for Good by Dorci Serrato.